I needed the pain to push me to my purpose. And I wouldn't be standing here on this podcast if I would have quit, went back home when it got hard. I stayed in that fight. And now it's made me who I am, a successful CEO, to be able to speak at Fisk home convocation in front of the W.E.B. Du Bois scholars this year, to stand in the same chapel that I slept at the top 20 years ago and tell those students, don't you ever give up. So that pain, and I tell people, don't run from pain. Pain will push you towards your purpose. Mine was, now I'm a college success expert. I can sit down and talk to a student who on that day at Fisk, a kid came down to me and said, Kenny Anderson just kicked me off the basketball court team. And he looked at me and said, I have a 1.8 GPA. Isn't that amazing that 20 years before I had a 1.8 and he's sitting in the balcony and heard my story 20 years later and said, will you help me? Man, if I were to quit, who was going to help that? He's assigned to me. And so never look at your pain as it's for you. It's for your kid who's going to go astray and going to need you to speak a real word. Your daddy been there, boy. Pull yourself up, little girl. Oh, my business. Look, honey, it's going to be tough to be an entrepreneur. But hey, life has hills, valleys, detours, and the one we hate, dead ends. You got to learn to pivot. And that's what makes people successful and what made me successful at Fisk. Being there in 92, double major computer science. I stayed the course. I overcame every obstacle. And I made this quote, obstacles are just speed bumps. They're just speed bumps. They're not meant to stop you. They just temporarily delay you. But I've never seen a car stop trying to go over a speed bump. It's just a temporary delay. And all of us need delays for self-reflection, for checkpoints. Because notice, where are speed bumps at? They're always in places of high traffic where you can cause the most fatalities. And if many of us don't face those things and have those stop points, and you're just rogue, man, I'm thankful for the testimony that I've had sometimes where it felt like God was stopping me, but it was a little temporary delay to make me reflect on what I'm doing. And so hang on in there. Know that God never wastes a pain.